Welcome to the first episode of my channel, The Masked Mormon. I am, in fact, the Masked Mormon. Why am I wearing a mask? Well, it's just that they're terribly comfortable, and I think everyone will be wearing them in the future. I joined the Mormon Church, also known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, when I was a teenager. I joined for the same reason any teenager would join a new church, because of a girl. Actually, several girls. And also because I found the story of Mormonism extremely compelling. I've always found theology, mythology, and plausible alternative histories very fascinating. And to be perfectly honest, I believed in it. It was my life for many years. I served a 2-year mission. I went to the church's flagship university, BYU. I got married in the temple. I paid tithing. I lived the health code known as the Word of Wisdom. I believed all the truth claims made by the church. I felt like I had all the answers to life's toughest questions. However, the seeds for its deconstruction in my life were planted early on. The very first time I went to church, invited by one of those aforementioned girls, one of the teachers said that we were going to learn about astronomy, one of my favorite subjects. He then proceeded to talk about Kolob, a place mentioned in Mormon scripture described as the star closest to the throne of God. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? I don't think the teacher appreciated the line of questions that followed. The needle of my BS meter was buried deep into the red. But I am a very social person, and I liked being with the people I was with, especially the girl that invited me. That was enough for me to place the first item on my proverbial shelf that people place unresolved concerns. I also got to go to church dances with lots of pretty girls. And because my mom, Zeus rest her soul, knew how important it was for a young man to know how to dance, I ended up having a ton of fun tearing up the dance floor with the girls lining up to dance with me. This helped a lot because of my poor fashion sense, and also because I am not what you would call conventionally attractive. Another reason for the mask. But I digress. I was able to suspend disbelief and accept many of the premises that Mormonism is built on. However, I'm a scientist, and once I started turning my critical thinking skills to the assumptions made by Mormonism, the many truth claims started to unravel. The truth is supposed to be able to withstand scrutiny. It started with the Book of Abraham, then moved to the historicity of the Book of Mormon, then the efficacy of the priesthood, and eventually to the historicity of Jesus and the nature of the Mormon God. It was a terrifying and disconcerting process. I felt like a loved one had died. The existential crisis of losing the certainty of an afterlife brought on a deep depression and a lot of anger. I felt like I was on the precipice of oblivion, but I took the process slow. Going down the rabbit hole, as it were, can feel like drinking from a fire hose. As everything unravels, it can be tempting to want to burn it all down. But when you spend years entangling yourself into the culture of Mormonism, it can be hard to disentangle yourself without damaging yourself and your relationships. Yet another reason for the mask. So this channel exists because, in my opinion, truth matters. But I think there are two kinds of truth. The first kind is objective truth. Objective truth is based on evidence and scientific inquiry. It is independent of personal feelings or emotions. The second kind of truth is personal truth. This type of truth is based on personal experiences, feelings, and opinions. It varies from person to person, These can be powerful experiences that define each of us. They are usually ineffable or hard to describe adequately. Often, people confuse personal truth for objective truth. When this confusion happens, people can do irrational or even do harmful things to themselves or others. Religions, Mormonism included, make many unfalsifiable claims. An unfalsifiable claim is one that cannot be proven false by scientific inquiry. Religious claims fall firmly into the personal truth category. These are claims that are untestable. Examples of unfalsifiable claims are the existence of God, proof that you love your spouse or your child, or maybe the tiny invisible flying tapir that lives in my anus and farts invisible rainbows. This channel will try to steer clear of unfalsifiable or ineffable claims. My intent is not to step on any personal spiritual beliefs. I do not intend to destroy a person's faith. If Mormonism works for you, that's great. However, Mormonism does make several testable claims that are objective. These claims are what I want to explore with this channel. I hope to be entertaining and maybe at least a little humorous. Some of the topics I'm going to explore are historical inconsistencies in the Book of Mormon, some of the particulars of Nephi's murderous encounter with Laban, not only how much the plates may have weighed, based on contemporary accounts of their size, but how difficult it would have been to run with them. Why run with them? Well, this is based on a story Joseph Smith, the religion's founder, told. I'm sure that's not going to be a lot of fun. I may even have other masked guests on to help out with some of these videos, and many other topics that hopefully you will find interesting and entertaining. I'm hoping to post something monthly. This will give me time to research a topic and try to provide the best information possible, and if possible, give a good demonstration. I will try to be as scientifically accurate as I can be on the shoestring budget I'll be working on. I've already started production on the next video. If you have any ideas that you would like to see, leave them in the comments. So, if you like this content, like, subscribe, and share, and you will see my masked mug in the next video.